Well, hello everybody and welcome back. This is Dave with Nomadic e-biking adventures. And I forgot to start my stuff here. Let me pull over. Morning. Yeah, so we're in a new subdivision here. I want to go to the right here. I want to kind of follow this subdivision. This is a huge subdivision. I think it's something like Deer Creek subdivision or something like that. And it's just 12 o'clock right now. On Thursday, April 9th, 2025, and this is going to be a little bit different ride today than you're used to seeing. This is a gated community, a very exquisite, exclusive, executive homes in here. And we're going to see if we can get this all figured out today. But I got it mapped out right. It should be almost 20 miles just inside this subdivision. So we're going to be at this house sitting for a couple days. We're going to be looking after a cat that usually hangs around outside all the time, so can't get any simpler than this. So I've got this mapped out fairly good. There's a 18-hole golf course nestled in here. And I want to, let me see. There was supposed to be somewhere in here there was supposed to be a mailbox to check out, but I don't see it. So it's Deer Creek Country Club is the name of the dealio here. The temperatures are really nice today. It's in the 70s. Maybe I think it's only in the 60s maybe too. But it's supposed to get up into the 70s, so it's not too bad. Nice comfortable breeze out of the northeast, if I remember right. because he was watching the grass grow. Yeah, so I had a couple experiences already being in this gated community. One was last evening. The homeowners left me a gift certificate for Carrabba's, so I placed an order online to have it delivered, and I ordered online. Everything looked good, and the app said, "Oh, it's ready to be delivered." So the delivery person's name was Helen. So anyways, the guy shows up at the front door, and he hands over a huge bag of food, and it was actually from Outback. And if you know, Outback and Carrabba's are the same company, it's just a different flavor. I had ordered shrimp scampi and a couple other seafood deals and some lasagna. So I opened it up as soon as he left, and I kept on seeing all these different orders. I said, "Oh man, he's got the wrong one." So I was waiting for him to come back and pick it up, and I was looking at the meal ticket on it, and it was over $100 for all this food. I said, "Oh, someone's gonna be pissed. They show up, if they got the orders mixed up and show up with mine was about $50. So anyways, I said, well, I'll give them a half hour. If not, I'm digging in and it's their loss. So that showed up. There was a lot of different stuff in there. And now I know why I don't eat at Outback. I mean, it's nothing big to write home about. Got a shitload of Canadian geese out here. And I know it's nesting season. Couple months they'll be walking all around with little gooselings. I think that's what you call them. This guy's getting ready for Easter. Look at all these big Easter eggs that he's got in his front yard here. Got a bunch of them all scattered through there. I don't know. That might be against the terms of the HOA. You might get written up for that. So anyways, I ended up digging in. I sampled a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Some of the stuff was going cold already, so I think there was some cheese fries, but the cheese was hardening on it already. So I had a little bit this and that, so no big deal. So I figured, well, I made out on that deal. And so I figured, well, it's not too bad. So anyways, I had ordered my new Cloud9 bike seat on Amazon last night, and they were offering overnight delivery on it, and I said, oh cool, I'll get it. The delivery time was 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Well, I didn't know it until I woke up, but they were here at 4:17 in the morning and couldn't get in because the guard check was closed up. and they had no way getting in, so they went ahead and said we'll try to deliver it later. So I'm still without a seat. I don't know if they're going to try again tomorrow, but then I called the homeowners, and just like last night, if you have a home delivery, you need to let the guard shack know and put them on a list that it's okay to bring them through. And so she's going to add them. And I don't think it was Amazon itself. I think it was their third-party delivery driver. I think it's Flex. So I got them on the list in case they do come tomorrow. And I found out there's a gate code to get in the gate after hours. So I hope they're going to try again tomorrow. I was hoping to try that seat out today. So yeah, the pains that you have to go through when you're in a gated community. But that keeps the riffraff and the unwanted people from coming around. I don't see too many golfers out here. There's Deer Creek. Deer Creek Country Club. We'll probably be riding by them. Three-way stop. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today. Mostly sunny skies, not a cloud in sight except for that one right there. Always got to be the one. Ooh. Well, so far I'm keeping up with the map. The only thing is, I was trying to find out where the boundary was, because I think I went outside of the boundary, because it looked like I was in an industrial park. So I got to watch that. I mean, I'm on the list. I can get back in. I hope. I've done that already. I've got my ID with me. But I did that once at a house sit. I forgot my ID, and they wouldn't let me in the gate, so I had to call the homeowner, and they had to come back and vouch for me to let me in the gate. That was kind of embarrassing. Just about everybody has a view of the golf course. Alright, so we should be driving right by the house. So we did this little loop. And there's my car over there. It's a pretty nice house. Still got to figure out where this mailbox is. She said it was down to the left and then to the left, but I didn't see anything. I'll have to read the directions a little bit better. I don't think it's this one. Oh, you know what? I think I did. I think I just saw the back side of it. I think I know where it is now. A lot of pool cleaners around here. Everybody has a pool, I think. There's a Liani, which is like a fenced-in screen porch patio. I mean, here it makes sense to have a pool. When I was going along the Gulf of America and the Atlantic Ocean, even when they're living on the beach, these people have pools. I haven't heard if there's any alligators in these little ponds. See, now I feel like a big shot, like I live here or something. lawn care and swimming pool. And housekeepers. God, I wonder how much that house goes for. There was a sales flyer on there, but it's probably doesn't have a price on it, I bet. Hi there. Couple golfers. Fifteenth hole. Look at this yellow mansion here. Circular drive with a fountain in the middle. You can't hide money. So right over the mound over there is Interstate 295, if you're familiar with Jacksonville. It's kind of a major loop around the city. House that came to a grinding stop. The homeowner saw that I was charging my batteries and requested that I unplug them at night because their neighbor across the street had their house burned down when some of their lithium batteries exploded. And I said, okay, no problem. Most of those exploding lithium ion batteries are from shady companies. I was going to say it was Chinese companies, but all the batteries come from China, it seems like. Hi there. Different styles. That's one thing good about this subdivision. A lot of different housing configurations. I think this is a golf cart track. probably lead into another hole. Isn't that cute? Little golf cart symbol. So that wraps up my side of the subdivision. Now we're going to go through the connector here and head over to the other one. That's probably why it's split up. There's a bunch of swampland in between here. They've kind of left it wild. Nice little park bench looking over the little creek, watching the alligators play. Seventeenth hole. Tried waving and he doesn't wave back, so I tell you, I couldn't even afford one of these. In fact, I couldn't even afford to live in this mailbox pedestal. Look at it, you get the T from the elevated platform.
Want to travel the country without paying for hotels or rent? House sitting lets you stay in beautiful homes for free while caring for pets. I'm currently staying in a beachside house north of Jacksonville, Florida for free, and I'll show you exactly how to get started. My free house sitting starter guide walks you through setting up your profile, landing your first house sit, and unlocking a life of travel on a budget. Link is in the description or scan the QR code now. Grab your free copy now and start house sitting today.
We've been in pedal assist 5 all morning. Let's see, where am I going? I guess I'm going to go to the right here. I can't really see. Well, let's see how far we can make it. This would probably be a good spot to change out the bed. It's fixing to go at any time, I think. That's the Deer Creek Country Club. No, I'm not going on that one yet. I'm coming back on that way. The driving range. Going this way. Okay, this is where I didn't see it, but this subdivision doesn't go through. So this is where the gate is. So I think I'm going to just change out my battery here. This is a pretty nice place to change it out. So I'll be right back. Alright, 11.1. I think that was a good time to pull over. Past couple days it's been dying at 11.2. So okay, that's makes sense there. That's gated off. Now we'll turn right here and see if we can get on some of these other. No exit. The tennis center. I suppose all the golfers were getting screwed up going down here after getting drunk at the clubhouse. Wow. This is the first cul-de-sac I've seen as an island. Kind of smaller homes are on this one. Still wouldn't be able to afford them. Some dogs don't like bites. He don't like e-bikes. This lady turned around too with her dog. What the hell is that thing? Out for Easter. Is Easter coming up this weekend? I think so. Alright, so this is the main drag. Be careful with all the traffic around here because they come flying in here, in and out. This goes down to guard shack. guys, well, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Appreciate you coming along for the neighborhood tour. All being well, we'll see you tomorrow. Till then, adios.